Hi, I'm Aiman. Welcome back to my gardening videos. Today we're going to be doing a segment on our eggplants. We actually have two rows of eggplants, which this is one row. We'll show the other row later. But essentially what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be dividing this into three parts. But first we're going to be talking about the backstory behind these eggplants. Then we're going to be talking about the growing of these eggplants. And then if we have time, we'll talk about facts about the eggplant. So first off, let's talk about the backstory. So we actually used to grow eggplant for personal culinary use before, but lately we've had an increased motivation to plant eggplants because, and this is the main thing, you guys ever seen the movie Ratatouille? At the end of the movie, they had this really cool dish that they served to the critic, and it tastes very good because it brings him back to his childhood memories. But the dish is actually called ratatouille. That's why it's called ratatouille. And the dish is actually made out of vegetables. And this is interesting because a lot of people think that ratatouille has meat in it. It's an entirely vegetarian dish. The vegetables that are in ratatouille are tomato, squash, and eggplant. And last year I actually did try to make ratatouille. However, eggplant itself gave me the most trouble because the eggplant we bought from the store was so big. It was like 3 inches wide. And our squashes were only like 2 inches wide, so when we tried to plate it, it didn't look nice. So that's why we resorted to planting our own eggplant. And over here we have two different species. We have Ichiban and we have Italian. Alright, so the growing time for eggplants is, if you've watched our videos, they're from May to June. So we're going to harvest them now, so it's a pretty short growing time. It actually would have come out sooner if we hadn't had to move them, because we actually moved them from over there to here because of gophers. The gophers keep eating our eggplants, and we'll show you that later, but first, we're gonna harvest them. So, according to my mom, it's okay to harvest these eggplants as soon as they're at least 1 inch in diameter. This one is about that height, so we're going to harvest it right here. We're gonna get right at that snip and snip. Did I say snip? I meant the stem. So as you can see, this is what the Ichiban eggplant looks like. Now we're going to look at the Italian eggplant. This one is not 1 inch, it's actually around 2 inches wide. So we're going to, let me see if I can give you guys a good view of this. You guys can see that eggplant? Okay. We're going to snip it. And as you can see, Italian eggplant. So pretty simple harvesting, you just got to cut it. Unlike cucumbers, which have spikes on them and you got to get rid of them. So hopefully we should be able to use this in ratatouille this year because these are 2 inches wide and should be good for plating. Alright, so let's go over see the progress on our other eggplants that I mentioned earlier were being attacked relentlessly by gophers. Wait, it's not gophers, it's actually woodchucks. We see quite a lot of woodchucks around our backyard. Maybe, hopefully one day, you guys will see woodchucks in the background of our videos because they're tormenting my dad and my mom with all they're eating. And as you can see, wait, can we see? Yeah, yes, we can see. They're just snipping it off and eating it. It's terrible. So that means we had to move these eggplants all the way over there, out of their reach. But there's also a woodchuck nest over there, so I hope they're safe. But I think that's pretty much it. I don't have enough time to cover facts. Hopefully next year we'll do a video on eggplants. I'll be able to talk more about eggplants. But for now, I'm Aiman, and today I talked about, let me pull these up. Today I talked about eggplants. Today I showed you the backstory behind why you planted eggplants, ratatouille, and also the harvesting of them. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and look at other videos on EyeOnAiman. We're doing a lot of videos about these different vegetables. We're doing, what do we call it? We call them segments. We're doing different segments on vegetables because, vegetables are pretty interesting. And I also think that it's very good content. And these videos are very educational for me because even though I do a lot of videos about gardening on this channel, sometimes I don't retain it as much. And this gives me a good chance to remember and read up on all the different vegetables that we grow in our garden. And eventually in the future, when I take over the garden, it's going to be a sort of an easy transition into me caring for this garden with all the different tons of species that we care for. It's not just eggplants. We have like cucumbers, peppers, all kinds of things that we also have done videos on, so go check them out. But it's a lot. So it's good for me to do this, especially before college, which I'll probably not be able to do this kind of thing when I'm in college. But for now, I guess that's it. So I have enough. Actually, I think I might need a bit more eggplants for ratatouille, but we'll see. But for now, signing out.